This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Talk about fast talkers, Swanee. Do you buy into fast talkers? Or do you not trust them?
I get very confused. I will very clearly say, I'm sorry, could you slow down? You're talking far too quickly for the pace
That's
of
the
my
worst
brain.
thing to say to them, isn't it? Slow down. I mean, you do it with your live reads. We have to slow you down a little bit sometimes. Take a deep breath, slow down.
And just read the words, mate. One word after the other. See how you go. Let's go from the top. 3, 2, 1. This is interesting. Gary Vee is a social media expert. He's a futurist. He's an entrepreneur. He's invested in a lot of businesses and he's made a lot of money.
He's got his own energy drink too, which is amazing.
A Vee energy drink.
He's got an unusual combination of speaking very, very quickly and also very loudly.
Very loudly.
Yes.
Presents on stage and makes outrageous predictions in the future. He's got a new one, guys, and he's standing by it. Have a listen to this.
I believe a robot that is fully AI will marry a human and vice versa for real in your lifetime.
And when you say an AI, does that mean like a physical body of a
Yes.
robot? So you're saying that the bodies will get so good that it will look like...
Yes.
it's
Actually,
like
you know what's funny? I've thought about this. I actually think AI robots may save marriages. Just like real couples introduce swinging and another partner now, is it even better to introduce an AI robot that may help whatever sexual or emotional things are going on in that relationship to become an offsetting contributor?
I mean, you can hear him banging the desk at the same time, but
Yeah,
great to think that in the future, every relationship or married couple will just have an AI robot in the cupboard that you could spend some time with.
That's not a massive prediction. I've watched a documentary about a woman who married a bridge.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I've seen
Of
those
course
ones.
It's going to happen.
I thought a hologram would be first, wouldn't it?
Because you can walk through it. You want to be able to touch and feel it. And you know what? Some of the robots out there and some of the silicon skins and things that they're making is really scary.
Well, it's it's like Whipper got into virtual reality there for a while as well,
I love
Chrissy, and he said, you know what, this is because people like for the industry, for the erotic industry, which is worth billions and trillions. We know how much it's worth, right?
Massive.
He said, you know what, people are just going to put these goggles on and they're going to go transport themselves into a room with someone that they want to be with. And do you know the only thing I think of the whole time is, imagine walking into that room and finding that person just by themselves trying to make love to a fake person.
Just
my God.
thrusting.
So
Yuck.
you would have your rubber doll and then you could have your goggles on at the same time, Fitz, and it could be
Why
whoever
do
you
you look
wanted
so
it to be.
excited about this, Whip?
I'm not. I just bought a new camera. This is the future and no one can predict it. But imagine if you were one of your kids down the track says to you, I think I'm going to propose to my girlfriend. What's your girlfriend's name? Number 32. Silicon
That's
number
odd.
32. Because they would be there on their wedding day with a robot that can walk and a robot that can talk and a robot that thinks and does everything else that a human could do.
I think there'd be a lot of people in this world that are compatible with a robot. And you know what? This is the thing, and we all know when you find relationships, it's not a fairy tale. You always think it is a fairy tale, but things do go wrong. People don't want that. With a robot, you can this is the thing. You know, you program it to your lifestyle. It's not bad. How much are they?
I don't know at this stage. Rochelle, hello.
Hi, how are you guys?
Rochelle, what did you want to say?
I haven't watched this movie, but just hearing you guys talk about this, it triggered the ad that I've seen. Megan Fox, who we all know is extremely hot, is in a movie as like an AI robot, and I'm pretty sure she sleeps with her owner who is married to someone, and it destroys or pulls apart the marriage, and then she goes rogue.
Right, okay.
That's basically a documentary.
So there's a robot. So are they a robot in the movie, or are you saying she just looks like a robot?
No, she's acting as a robot. Like there's a whole. They go into this store, they choose out who they want, and she looks obviously a bit plastic in real life, but she fully is animated to be and acts as a robot in this movie. It's all like purchasing one and bringing them into the home and I think it's all about the AI. And I was just like,
I mean,
oh
this
my
isn't
goodness.
a new.
Yep.
This isn't a new comment. A new concept. I remember in the 80s at Blockbuster,
I know
5
this
weeklies
movie.
for $10. There was a film called Weird Science.
Oh, yeah.
Weird
where
Science.
A guy, put in the perfect woman, and
It was Kelly LeBrock.
It was Kelly LeBrock.
Yep.
But I think, I mean, look, whether or not this AI situation, the robot situation would save relationships is, obviously up for questioning. I think what would save relationships is if we had a supplementary wife.
Right,
I
two
reckon
wives.
If a woman could also have a wife,
Right.
happy days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, gotcha.
Wife or best friend.
Like a supplementary number on Powerball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that right?
Can we
Yes.
talk to Gary in Mount Druitt? Hello, Gaz.
How are we?
Gaz, you've seen this happening, buddy. Would you date a robot?
Yep. Oh yeah, of course, mate. Because they look so amazing at this moment. I'm getting a lot of videos of them.
Yep.
There's even one I've seen. You can talk to her. She looks real. Got off the bed because lying on the bed. So asked, can you get something? Actually, got off the bed, picked it up, and handed it to the person. And got back on the bed and said, "What do you want now?"
So, Gary,
And they do all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean?
so you're picturing you being there, the TV remote's full on the floor, and you feel like a beer at the same time, and she can do that for you, Gary.
Yes, and then after that,
All right, Gary.
Gary, she wouldn't last 10 minutes in Mount Druitt, that's for sure. If you brought her home and your mates found out about your robot girlfriend, Gary, she is gone, mate. She'd be stolen in 5 minutes.
Robot napped, absolutely.
The first robot napping ever. Gary's on the hunt. All right, if you know.
Also,
you're
you might not need a robot if you bloody occasionally unpack the dishwasher, you know what I mean?
they can do other things.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.